Hey everybody, this is that German guy Josh Runquist, and I'm here with two of the guys from Tribulation, who's going to be doing a great set here at Mill City Nights in Minneapolis, Minnesota, a part of the Decibel Tour with Abbath, High on Fire, Skeletonwitch, and tonight here in Minneapolis, the band Falls. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Very good.
How are you?
Doing great.
Yeah.
And if you could let the people know from my left to right who you guys are.
My name is Johannes Andersson. I play the bass and vocals in Tribulation.
And my name is Jakob Ljungberg. I play the drums for Tribulation.
Oh, awesome. And I actually saw you guys here last time you played here at Mill City Nights. That was my first experience being able to see you guys. And you guys absolutely blew me away with the set that you guys did.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I know you guys weren't able to make it here the last time you were supposed to be here in Minneapolis when you were part of the Death Heaven tour.
Yeah, we got some car problems. Yeah. We tried though.
Couldn't make it.
I'm assuming everything's good this time around though, right?
Yeah. It's all good.
Oh, cool.
Sharing the bus with Abbath.
Oh, very nice.
So we don't have to think about driving.
Yeah, that's very good actually.
Oh, absolutely. And especially on days like this in Minneapolis where there was a little bit of snow this morning and...
It is cold outside,
Yeah. So, of course, you guys are part of this tour, which is a good representation of the darker kind of sounds of metal. How did it feel to be asked to be a part of this Decibel Tour?
You know, you always hear good things about this tour. And I guess it's the biggest metal magazine in the States.
It is, right?
It is, right?
Yeah.
So that's it all. We have to jump on, you know?
Yeah, very cool to be.
Yeah.
And we have friends that have done it before, so they talked good about it, so...
It felt natural to say yes.
Yeah.
Even though we only play half an hour each night, still, it's good exposure and good crowds, so it's worth it.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that too. I mean, do you feel like the crowd is accepting you guys on this tour?
Yeah. Feels like every tour we gain some fans, and that's awesome.
Yeah, that's great to hear too, because you guys have such a diverse and original sound that you're not really hearing in 2016 right now. So it's really refreshing to see a band like this on such a tour like this as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, feels like a good mix.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, you guys are touring in support of your album that came out last year, Children of the Night. How are you guys feeling about the album a year later?
I'm very satisfied.
Yeah, me too. Actually, it turned out good, and I mean
the response has been incredible.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we worked really hard on it for a long time, so I'm very glad that we still like it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great to hear.
It's getting good attention for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely worthy of it too. I mean, with this being the third time out, it feels like you guys have just gotten so very tight with what's going on, and it just feels like it's only going to keep getting bigger and stronger from here.
Hope so.
Yeah. I also noticed this year you guys released, I'm not sure if it's an EP or a single, but for Melancholia that came out.
It's an EP.
Yeah. Oh, it is an EP. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know if you guys would call it a single because it was based off the single that came off there. So.
I guess you could, but it's like 40 minutes, right?
I don't know actually.
It's like a kind of like an on tracks, like some stuff that has only been on like 7 inches that you got with the box set of the album that's on there, like meant to like compile all the material, so it's available on CD. Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, the album versions differ in each. I mean, the States have a different version.
Yeah.
Europe has another one, so we compiled the extra tracks to one EP, I guess.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I was very excited to get that email through Century Media, because I always like hearing the bonus content that goes with the release of a record, seeing what didn't make the cut, what was just like bonus tracks for different territories. It was really cool to see that. The one that shocked me the most was seeing that you guys covered the Offspring. How did that come about?
Well, it's a really good song. I mean, I can't speak for the entire album, but you know, it was one of those songs that since that album came out, got stuck in the back of our heads, and me and Jonathan, the guitar player, we always, jammed that song. We also had a band some years ago called Stench, where I played the drums actually. So we always started the rehearsals with playing Pay the Man by Offspring. And we just suggested it to the other guys, and you were up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool song, and it's basically them trying to do something like the Doors
Yeah.
esque, and we wanted to do something different, but everything with like clean vocals is so hard to like.
Yeah.
It's so hard to interpret that,
Yeah.
like the type of songs, because they're so vocal driven. So, but this was like kind of a little bit easier to do, since it's their version of what the Doors
Oh yeah.
did, more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what I liked about it musically was that you guys didn't really have to change too much about it, and it still felt like Tribulation, being
Yeah.
able to do that cover. I really appreciated that about it.
It felt natural, so I
Yeah.
guess it was a good choice. It's funny to hear all the people say, "What? Offspring cover?"
But then
when they hear it, they okay.
yeah, yeah, because it's not the best known Offspring song, but
No.
once you hear your guys' version, it feels like a natural fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any other songs that might be like that in the future that you guys would consider doing that for?
Covers.
Covers are always hard.
Yeah, it's really
You
hard.
have to like find something fitting, and the thing with the vocals is the hardest. Like,
Yeah.
we want to do songs, but it doesn't turn out very good when
No.
you like growl over.
Can work, but
It can work,
usually
but it's hard.
usually it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that's
We haven't thought about it yet, but I'm sure we'll come up with something.
yeah.
So with the release of the EP, has there been any work or any talks about the next album, or is that still too far away yet?
It's getting, I guess.
Yeah.
at
We're
some-
gonna take some time off soon and try
yeah.
to write.
We've been touring so much these past years,
Mm-hmm.
so we're figuring we should take a break soon.
Yeah, and of
work
course
on
the
a new album.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the touring's not done yet because as soon as you guys are done with the Decibel Tour, you guys are doing a short little run with Ghost as well.
That's
Yeah.
right. Like the day after this tour, we jump on that tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish that was also coming to Minnesota too because I'd love
Yeah.
to see Ghost and Tribulation on the same bill. But it's awesome to see that you guys are able to do a short little run in North America
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's gonna be
We played a couple of shows with them in Sweden and Norway like 2 months ago, maybe.
Maybe 2 months. Yeah.
And yeah, it's really good. Good guys and
Yeah. Nice
Great-
crew and
great
everything.
package. Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna be cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you guys are going to have a longer set for that, maybe 40, 45 minutes, something like
Is
that?
it
I think
45?
so. 45, I think.
Yeah. So
Do you feel like that extra 10, 15 minutes inspires you guys more than, say, the
Yeah.
half-hour set?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the difference between
5 songs or 8
yeah,
songs.
you can like you can afford breaks if you if you know what I mean. You can like maybe do something weird or like play some track that's like not the obvious choice
Yeah.
or so. Because when you only have half an hour, it's like
You have to cram everything.
you
in
have
there.
to like try to play one like something from that album. You have to do like the hits or whatever, the video song, and then you're out of time. So
Yeah.
the 45 minutes really like allows it to expand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very much so. And of course, being able to play as well, because I know a lot of bands, like once they hit that half-hour mark, like all the energy starts to really come into the band. Then you
Yeah.
got to take all your gear off stage.
Yeah,
As well.
it's hard to like. You have to be on it
Yeah.
from the first second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, with both of you guys playing drums, of course, you playing drums full time in Tribulation. How do you approach the drums when it comes to Tribulation? And also, do you feel like you have any input when it comes into the drums, or?
Yeah. I mean, I always have a saying when we buy
course.
gear and stuff and symbols like that. you know.
Yeah,
But I guess we're kind of an organic sounding band.
yeah, I would say so too. Like
Yeah.
we try to focus more on what the song needs than to like do
What people think is right.
or like do stuff.
triggers and,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
But I mean, I try to approach it like any other instrument. Like how do I like
My snare.
yeah,
For example.
or like how do I play this song
Yeah,
without like
yeah.
taking too much, or like how do I follow that part without like ruining it, or like maybe put some emphasis on other stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I've always appreciated about you guys when it comes to the drums is it does have that natural organic sound to it. It doesn't sound like it was just made through Pro Tools. It doesn't have that triggered sound. It's not just constant blast beats throughout the entire song. It sounds very natural for what the song needs, and I've always appreciated that about you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we recorded. We put quite a lot of effort into like getting the. We went into a huge studio to get that sound, like the room sound.
Only
And
for
I
drums. Yeah.
did it for a long time. It was like to try to get it right, and it worked out in the end. Yeah, I'm really glad we have our own sound guy with us on this tour, so he'll.
He knows.
Yeah, he knows what we're about by now.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll make a good sound tonight.
Oh, very much
He
so.
usually does. Yeah.
So, when it comes to your setup, have you changed your setup at all, depending on the tour or anything, or do you keep the same setup?
I mean, I would like to have the same setup. I usually have 3 rack toms and 2 floor toms. But now we share a kit with Skeletonwitch, and I just have 2 rack toms and a floor tom. I mean, I've done
The Decibel Tour was
only
one
one
tom. Yeah.
rack tom and one floor tom. I mean, that works. I mean, you can basically, I can make anything work really. I mean, I try to. I want to believe that about myself at least. But I mean, we've always toured, done lots of festivals and like fly-ins, and our backline has always sucked ever since.
Forever.
Yes, since forever. So we tend to like borrow a lot of gear. If you go to like play a show somewhere, we tend to.
It's also way easier.
Yeah, it's always easier.
Yeah.
So throughout the years, I've always played on a lot of different setups, and I think that actually makes you a more
Open-minded.
more open-minded, and like you realize like when I have only one tom, I'm automatically doing something else because you like have to. You change your playing, and that's a good way to like open up, see what comes out when you experiment with different things, I guess.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and I'm glad you brought that up too, because whether you're playing like a 4-piece kit when you're sharing it with Def Heaven, or you're able to use that full kit. Depending on the setup, you don't get too comfortable with what you're playing, so you don't feel like you're going to be playing the same fill over and over, or when you're approaching a new song, you have to play it the same way that you had before. It opens up new ideas that you may not have had before.
Exactly.
So bringing it back into the music, talking about how Tribulation stays very organic to what you guys are looking for in the sound. Do you feel like there's anything that might come into the future of like different styles that comes with it, or do you guys feel like that you found what you're looking for in Tribulation?
Well, you never know. In our case, I would say.
I have a feeling that the next album will be more like this album than this album was like the album before.
Yeah.
But you never know. I mean,
you keep growing.
Yeah.
All the time, so it's like you can't pinpoint a sound. It's like we want to challenge ourselves as well. So you never know what comes out of all that. So
yeah, that's
can't really tell you.
That's good, because it's like it's still going to be fresh when you're making it, instead of just having a bunch of holdover songs you're waiting until the next album cycle.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be that fresh new cycle that's going on. So that's cool to hear.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. We've never toured this much before, so
it's gonna be.
I don't know how that will like reflect the sound. Maybe it doesn't do it at all, but
yeah, it's gonna be good to be back in the rehearsal room actually.
Yeah.
To
I'm really
spin some ideas.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I was going to bring up too about how much that you guys have been here. I mean, it would have been 3 times since I saw you guys first, but of course with the Van Troubles during Def Heaven, it's twice. But still, being able to see a band like you guys being able to tour America this much, and of course touring all the other territories in the world, it's awesome to see this style of music getting represented enough to be able to go out and tour as much as you guys have had.
I would like touring America.
Yeah, touring America is great.
Seems like America likes us.
How would you say it compares as to touring Europe or any of the other territories?
I personally like it more here, actually.
Really?
Yeah, Europe can be really great sometimes. It's just such a vast nature in this country.
And it's exciting to be. I mean, it's much cooler to sit around in an airport in Los Angeles than in like
Berlin,
Hamburg, or something. I mean, it just feels more glamorous.
Yeah.
I mean, Europe's
Europe's also
nice.
cool, yeah,
but it's different, and
it's probably because we live there.
yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, when you get to travel to other countries that you're not too familiar with at the time, especially like first time, being able to have all those new experiences, doing what you love to do. I mean, that's got to be a great feeling.
It is. Yeah.
So, of course, with the summer circuit coming up of the European festivals, how would something like this compare to doing one of those slots at the European festivals for you guys?
I mean, the festivals are so huge.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I mean, here, and it's always open air, usually.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I like festivals, but traveling can be kind of hard sometimes. You have to maybe do like 3 or 4 festivals the same weekend, so you can't really relax as you would on tour, I guess.
And the thing with, I would say the difference is that this is all routine. Like everything is like, you start measuring time, like, it's High on Fire's last song, okay, cool, then we have like 1.5 hours before we have to, like, on festivals, it's always like, no, you have to go now, sound check, pick the drums, speak to this guy, do whatever, like, and never find that, like, this is very, like, this feels like and since we're on the bus where we live, it's like we have our home with us.
Yeah.
So I would say this is exciting as playing a festival, but all that excitement would be too much if we kept doing it for like 40 days.
Yeah.
I would also imagine like a sound difference would be drastically different, you know.
Yeah.
Instead of like doing the open air, and of course playing here tonight with the closed off venue, and a bit smaller than it would be at a European festival. I mean, is that easier or harder for you guys when you're doing the open air?
I mean, I love having a sound check before the show, and usually it's so stressful on festivals that you only get a line check. It's like, so that can be a problem, but still prefer playing big festivals.
Yeah, it's always cool to have the big stage is always cool, and like you see, I mean it looks cool, you know, on like videotape later.
Oh yeah. And of course the crowds that are there too. I mean, there's so many people there that might not have ever experienced you guys before and may not have seen you in any other circumstance before that.
Yeah, that's gonna be, I mean, we didn't do that many festivals last year, right?
No, last summer was quite lame of festivals.
Yeah, because we didn't, apparently they booked festivals like a year in advance, so we didn't have the album out.
No.
But so we didn't have the time to book the festivals.
Yeah.
But this year it's gonna be cool to see how people react to, because I guess many people have by now heard of us but not seen us.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope we will be able to show them what we're all about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but definitely hope by now they've at least heard of you guys, if not had the chance to check you out. So hopefully with all the talks, you'll be able to gain that much more of a fan base from these European shows. And of course from the Decibel Tour and the upcoming Ghost Tour, with the popularity that Ghost is getting here now, being on Top 40 Rock Radio, hopefully you guys can introduce that style of music.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good run.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So what are you guys listening to on the tour bus?
On the tour bus, it's usually late, and it's usually like Kiss or Iron Maiden.
Nice.
When we share the bus with Abbath, of course, and the crew. So, but during warm-up in rooms like this, usually
Woven Hand,
Type of Negative,
Nice.
like Judas Priest.
Yeah, Russian heavy metal the other day.
Russian heavy metal. Credo.
Nice.
Camel,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I guess. Yeah. And some, Credence. Clear
Yeah.
Revival.
Whatever gets you in the mood, you know,
Oh, definitely.
to hit the stage.
I would, well, in a way, it's kind of boring to say, but it's like, even though we have like kind of a safe environment now with the bus and everything, it's kind of hard to take in new things. So we tend to listen to the same stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of boring, but it's, as you say, you're trying to get into that mood, and like, actually that's why we wear, or part of the reason why we wear makeup is also to like, I would say it's actually more important to us, I think, than to the audience, like to get into something.
Yeah, to become something.
Yeah,
for the
and
stage.
that's and also like listening to music that you know and like that you associate with. that.
And it's definitely very important to be able to keep that state of mind, being able to go out there playing the shows and feel like you're doing it right. So whether it is putting on the makeup and depending on what the set's going to be, whether it's going to be a half hour, 45, or headlining in the future, you know, just being able to get in that right state of mind, listening to the right music, warming up the right way. It definitely sounds like you guys are doing it the right way as well.
It's part of every day for us. So it's kind of a routine, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you guys for taking the time to do this interview. I know you guys are going to be putting on another great show here tonight, and I'm looking forward to the next time that you guys come back to the United States, which hopefully with the reception that you guys keep getting will be pretty soon.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah.
Before we go, is there anything else you'd like to bring up that I haven't brought up yet?
No. I thought it was going to be more drum talk, actually.
Well, if you still want to talk
about it. I already said too much.
Well, once again, thank you for taking the time to do this.
Thank you.
Looking forward to what you guys have in the future, and to everyone out there, make sure to check out Tribulation, check out the latest album, Children of the Night, which is out through Century Media. Look forward to any new music that's coming up, hopefully by 2017, maybe?
Who knows? Maybe.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you for listening.
No, not a problem. Once again, that was Tribulation. This is that German guy, Josh Runquist. Thank you.